Hi, welcome to the PPC Questions and Answer Show. My name is Chris. Sometimes I get to do the intro, and it makes me feel really special. Today, I get to introduce my pal, the premier Google AdWords Manager of the Year. I'm sure he's gotten that reward. There's a few more months left in the year. I'm sure you've gotten it. Jason Rothman of Rothman PPC. Jason, are you ready for today's question from Collin?
I'm ready, baby.
Okay. So Collin specifically asked that I read this question because Jason has mortally offended him, which you'll understand in a moment. Hey guys, as always, loving your shows. Great advice, which has helped me increase my account figures exponentially. Keep up the great advice. Before I ask my question, I do have one thing to say. Jason, before you start, don't. Your last attempt at an English accent was horrific. By the way, Collin's from England. If you ever watched the actor Dick Van Dyke do his English accent on the film Mary Poppins, you'll know what I mean. And yes, yours was worse. So I love it. I love Chris, a little bit of English attitude here.
Chris and Collin, that's bollocks. Okay, you know what I'm saying, Collin? Your opinion is bollocks. Okay, I've got a great British accent.
You do. A guy from Oklahoma, you absolutely can pull up the English,
you know what they call
naturally
Oklahoma, Chris? The London of the West. Okay.
Do they?
Yes,
I've
they do.
Never heard that. I've never heard anyone call anything Oklahoma except for flyover state. But all right, so here's this question. I've been reading various articles in pains. Yikes. I sort of understand why this might work, but speaking to Google, they don't recommend this. Starting to sound a little interesting here. So you said it's not sure why it would work, and then Google tells you no. Okay. I'm not convinced by Google's answer. So I thought I would ask the experts. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. Yes, you guys. Is this a good idea, or is it overcomplicating the whole thing, assuming my groups are closely themed? I put a link below for the site that he gets this information from. Jason just deleted it, so I won't make any enemies. But Jason and I both went to the site, read the article, and I think we have some opinions to share. Jason, I'll let you start since you're taller.
Thank you. Yes, Collin, I know sometimes you get told no, but you are on the right track here. Definitely do this, Collin. Collin, the only way you should ever build out an AdWords campaign is with match type. I mean, why even have the same match types in the same account? Like, why not have one match type per account?
All right,
that's my answer specifically to Collin. But to everybody else out there, this is pure bollocks. This is ridiculousness beyond pale. The fact that anyone out there says this or wants to do this is stupid or liars. They're either stupid or they're lying to you to take your money and make things seem complex. Different match types having to go in different ad groups or different campaigns is stupid. The only reason you would put a different match type in a different ad group is because you would want the only thing you can do with different ad groups is show different ad copy. So why should phrase match see a different ad copy than broad match or exact match? That's stupid. It's just stupid. It's a lot of work. There's no point. The only benefit is that the ad copy is different in a different ad group, but that's not a benefit in this case. That's pointless. And if all that wasn't bad enough, you're going against Google's tide. Google wants things simplified. Google wants data. Google wants to help you make decisions. When you're throwing match types in different ad groups and campaigns, you're just screwing up the system and not helping Google help you. So I'm totally against it, Chris. I have phrase exact, pure broad match modified, different versions of broad match modified, all in the same ad group. Come at me.
Yeah. Jason, I think that's well said. And I completely agree. And just to jump on what you said there, we just got through recording a podcast about automatic bidding and manual bidding. Jason, one of the things we talked about is the fact that campaigns can use local campaign data to make decisions about CPA bidding. If you split your campaigns by match type, now you are building a border wall, a giant, heavy border wall between each campaign. Google can no longer use the conversion data from your phrase campaign or your exact campaign to make decisions about your modified broad keywords. You're splitting all this data and manually separating this and creating a more complex ecosystem for Google to make decisions about. No matter what, even if you have manual bidding, there are still automated reasons why some things show
Chris,
up.
But by the way, what we get an email every quarter from Google saying, "Oh, hey, phrase match is now going to be a little bit looser, and we're going to be able to show different variations. Exact match is a little bit looser, so you might be getting clicks on your phrase keyword from your exact keyword. You might be getting clicks on your broad keyword from your phrase keyword. It's all." Well, it's ridiculous to split it up.
I'll put a final cap on this and say, listen, you have different color socks, okay? And it might make you feel better if you put your white socks in one drawer and your black socks in another drawer. But in the end, they still cover your feet the same way. They still do the same thing. They provide the same service. But the only thing that you're making a difference on is how you feel. Your organization ability does not affect the value of the socks. They still do the same thing. They are not better socks because of it. And I say the same thing is true for keywords, just like Jason said. When it comes down to it, ad copy is the reason you build different ad groups. You have different messaging for each theme, and that's the purpose, and that's how you always split campaigns and ad groups up.
And Collin, if my British accent was, quote, horrific, like you said, then maybe that means your guys' language and accent is horrific, okay? Or the way you guys speak this language, because I sound exactly like you do. So why would you say it's horrific if I sounded exactly like a person in England? Okay,
Jason, no one like you can finish up a podcast episode by insulting an entire culture.
Yeah, Collin, don't even listen anymore, bro. Don't listen.
Thank you for listening. This is a BPC questions and answers
Bollocks,
show.
mate.
I'm
Bollocks,
Chris,
mate.
And Jason,
fish and chips, mate. Fish and chips, mate.
Friendly guy who loves everyone.
Football,
Thank you for watching.
Soccer, football.